Oh yeah. I don't even know if that was even in the shot.
All right, this video is gonna be way different. It's kind of a day in the life situation. We're gonna get work done on the 59 Buick, some welding and grinding. Had a little time to dump out this gas tank. I'm gonna try to get it in the Plymouth after work here and see if that rear differential that we moved back 1.5 inches will interfere with the gas tank or not. If it does, we got to figure out what we're going to do for a fuel tank, which is not a big deal. And we'll see what else we can get done too this afternoon before I go home. We got some ice coming in tonight, I guess, or snow. I'm not sure. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. But I hope you guys will stick around and just kind of hang out with me. It's mostly going to be 59 Buick, but I'm going to sneak a little Plymouth in it too. So just for transparency, I want you guys to know this is going to be a jumbled video. Anyway, let's get rolling. Somebody commented in my last video that I should double up the cutoff discs when I use them to grind on the edge. So I figured I'd go ahead and try that and see how it works out. Definitely a lot more control. It feels like it cuts about the same, but you definitely have more control with one. It wants to dig in really easy if you don't keep moving. So I think this is definitely a good tip. I'm a little nervous because the collar it sits level flush with the top disc. But I think it'll be okay. You know, always stay out of the plane of explosion. Probably should put the cover back on this. I don't know where the cover ever went, but the shield. It glides across the welds a lot easier. I like it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff welded up and then we'll grind it down. I'll put it on time lapse because it's gonna be boring. Yeah, it's really not going too bad, really. It's grinding out nice. So I'm just gonna keep on rocking on welding and grinding this for a little while, then I'm gonna flip it over to the other side and we'll grind and address that. I just got a tiny little bit more left to do, just like a little pinhole right here I gotta weld up and grind, and that's it. I think I'm good enough to call this side done. It could use more grinding, but I have to do some dent pulling and body work also. I think I'm okay with all of this. Probably a little hammering and dollying before body work and cleaning up this little bit a little bit more, but I'm all right with it. Yeah, I've got a lot of grinding on this side to do, but I am not gonna mess with it just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and just so I'm not grinding all day, I'm gonna cut this piece out and make a new piece, just kind of for fun, I guess. Fun. I got a little piece made. I gotta keep grinding and trimming, but we'll get this welded in and I'll get back to you guys. We are getting there. I'm gonna go ahead and grind this down. That's good enough. Up in here, it gets covered by the trim, so I'm not gonna go crazy grinding that. we've got more cold weather coming through, so I gotta bring some firewood in. I split some little stuff. I gotta bring some more in to make sure it stays dry. All right, got some of this done. Got to weld up this little bit and grind this little bit. It's all super boring stuff, so there's no point in really filming all of it. Same with right here. I got to cut this out and replace these couple little spots. That's just dirt. It's not really a lot to chew up a video today. I was trying to post a video every day this week. I'm sure we can make it work. It might be all over the place. Sandblasting the car sometimes has its downfall. That will do. Just gotta grind this now. It's getting late in the afternoon, so I only need a little bit of fire to keep me going here. So I'll throw a couple logs in. Of course, I should go outside and get the ones that are outside and kind of damp. Whatever. I guess we could go ahead and test fit this gas tank in and make sure that the rear end isn't going to interfere with it. Since we moved the rear differential backwards, just drain a nice little bit of fuel out of this thing into this bucket. And then if the fuel still burns, I'll just dump it in my truck. The truck should be good enough to where a little bit of stinky gas won't hurt it. It should still burn it off. Mixed in with a good tank of fuel that's in the truck. Maybe some octane boost or something. But it should burn it just fine. There we go. It's about a gallon. Probably about a gallon of fuel. There we go. It looks like tea. Well, American sweet tea. You European guys wouldn't recognize that as tea, probably. Either this will flame or it won't flame. Let's find out. Yeah, it burns. Oh yeah, I don't even know if that was even in the shot. Should be. Yeah, we're good. Superfine paint filter will keep any dirt and debris out of the gas jug. Let me prop this up so it's more vertical. That'll work. I'm just making all kinds of noise. Make sure that's in the shot too. Okay, yeah, we're good. point of showing you guys all this stuff and doing a video a day this week is that just want to kind of hang out with you guys and show you what goes on in a day. You can see the mud here, the mud that's left over. That's good. Now we have a safe way to dispose of that old rotten gas, which is cool. This is the exciting stuff. That's paint, by the way, from the contractor who had this truck before me. Goodbye, smelly gas. Again, this will burn off fine in the truck with as much good gases in here. It won't hurt it. And if it starts to rattle, if the top end starts to rattle, I'll just dump some premium in it. There. Gone. I got all the exterior grinding that I needed to get done. I've got some rust holes that appeared after sandblasting. I'm gonna have to cut a chunk of that out tomorrow and weld it a new piece. And then there's a brace, those holes right there, there's a brace that goes on the inside of the quarter. I gotta slide in there and weld that back in. But then everything, the lower half of the car is pretty much done. Maybe I'll pick up some fiberglass reinforced filler and start skimming the stuff while it's up in the air. But that means I can goof off a little bit now and put the gas tank in here. This should be fun. Installing gas tanks in cars is always a nightmare for some reason. They never go back in as soon as they come out. Probably the laws of physics, I don't know. Well, I got it out this way. I'll put it in this way. I'm noticing that the front unbolts and would probably loosen it up a lot. But I got it out this way, so it should go back in this way, unless that filler neck hits the inside of the quarter. If that's the case, I'm going to scrap this up and get to the afternoon probably. Oh yeah, filler neck. What I like to display is a gross incompetence. Where'd I put the bolts for the gas tank? I thought I set them right here. Uh-oh, what have I done? Huh. I'm in a pickle now. Where did I put them? I thought I put them right there on the ladder. Huh. Wait, I got an idea. Hang on. If I can just reach something. This is a demonstration in incompetence, but I'm going to leave this in. Good thing I never clean, huh? There we go. It's all right. I don't think I can make them work anyway. I'm telling you, putting a fuel tank in It's a nightmare. The straps will never give enough for you to. Oh man, that one lines up perfectly. Holy cow. I'll show you in a minute. Alright, I'm gonna have to take two, I reckon. I feel bad for anybody that watches me. Because I do silly things. I gotta bring my other pole jack in. It's in the back of the truck still. And like I said, I might go ahead and grab that seat and bring that seat up because I've got my hand truck. I've got my hand truck. I could probably prop that seat up and wheel it in here. I meant to get my cousin to help me bring it in, but then I forgot. What's that crunching sound? The bones of my enemies. Or nothing. Oh yeah, if I lower that front. Oh yeah. I don't think there's any way that that rear end's gonna hit this. I don't think these shocks are right for this car because you shouldn't be able to pull the spring out unless you undo the shocks. I think the shocks are too long because even before I altered anything, this coil spring kept trying to fall out every time I jacked the car up. And that's not correct. But it helps me here. That's really all I needed to do. I guess I'll go ahead and spritz this, lower this down, and clamp this in. Let me show you how almost completely made for this car this donor chassis was. Look at that filler neck location. Look how close that is. It's gonna be pretty easy to adapt. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get this hunkered in here somehow, grab my other pole jack, and then lift that rear end up and make sure everything clears. I'll be right back with you. If you can hear that, that's Gary Newman, who was suggested by one of my subscribers. Actually, probably one of my early subscribers, like my first Christine fan for sure. I've been listening to a lot of that stuff. I bet you guys were expecting me to use a ratchet strap to hold this gas tank in. But that's amateur stuff. That's not very professional at all. We've moved beyond that, I think. Well, it is good news, folks. Sorry about that. It clears. That is plenty of clearance. That is awesome news. That means we can use this fuel tank. I honestly had my doubts, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's a success. I guess let's go try to get the seat, maybe. I fibbed. That seat could wait. It's such a mess in here. I couldn't stand to bring another thing in here. If I can make it in tomorrow morning, if it's not too icy, I'm cleaning this place first because it's a disaster. I hope you guys enjoyed that little change of pace. I hope you're not getting sick of the everyday videos this week. I'm only going to do it for the first week of February just to see how it goes. I appreciate the people who watched the Dinosaur Land video. It was fun. We're going to keep doing weird stuff, I think. That's just the kind of guy I am. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. I will see you next time. This is not an official video. None of these are like official, like good build videos. I haven't planned anything out. So they're just kind of ramblings. And as always, I'd like to thank my channel members, the shop buddies, for joining the channel. It's really cool. Noise out there. Joe Francis, George Faber, Hell's Damned, Fubar Model Yard, Bluegrass Rust and Revamps, and Sawdust and Cigarettes. I appreciate you guys. And somebody left me a super thanks, a thanks on one of my videos. There's like a little thanks button. It's like a tip, I guess. That's super cool too. I appreciate that because, you know, cars are how I make my living and all of it counts to the homestead. So it's all, you know, super appreciated. And hopefully this can keep growing and we can spend more time on the fun car. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks again.